welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 62. Okay, so our first one-make event is down, and obviously we still have about 14 to go in the North City, as most of the manufacturers in this game have their own one-make races. And so we are going to head back, of course, to the simulation mode screen and head on back up to North City, and where we, of course, shall head over to Vauxhall for our next event, also known as Opel if you are playing any other version of this game besides the PAL English version. And well, since this is the only Tigra I can officially afford from this manufacturer, this is the car I'm going to stick to. As for the colour itself, ooh, I like that yellow. That yellow is definitely pearlescent, as it says there. Nice, very nice. You know what? Fuck it. I'm getting this yellow. I do like this yellow. And officially, overall, well, just because I want to be cautious, I'll put on a computer chip, even though I probably don't need it, and I'll also put on a port grinding, just in case, even though it only gives me about 2 horsepower, but yeah, it could come in use for when I may need it. And also, as for the 2 million credits I now have, please do be aware, those credits will easily drop. But anyways, it is now time for our second one-make race in the North City, which is the Tigra Cup. And like with the DB7 trophy, we have a normal style racing event and a racing style event. And I should probably also mention, the courses the game selects for these races are random, so essentially overall you never know which course you are going to head to, and surprisingly on this occasion I'm now going to the full room circuit. And well, I've pretty much done all I need to do, so I should head to the race and see how we go. Hopefully we can do well, considering the starting procedures are quicker. And someone else is driving in piss as well. Damn. But anyways. So 2 laps around the full course of Rome. As we are very much company hatchbacks in this event before we become race cars. And obviously I am suddenly getting pushed into the wall by these very much dirty AI. And one of them is also driving in black, I think. And there is another piss yellow Tigra in this field as well as me, as I of course am now suddenly taking the lead. Well, may not be suddenly, but you probably understand my gist, considering obviously these AI will very much come back up to me with the super strong rubber banding, which usually happens in the one makes. As I am anticipating my first lap will probably be about less than 2 minutes, or maybe just over, but anyways. Through the final corner I go, to completing my first lap, and already everything is more or less happening the way I figured it would, and indeed it is around about the 2-minute mark. As I'm managing to keep a threshold on these AI at the moment, by default of my minuscule engine tuning, which is what I figured I might as well do, just in case, and it is actually paying some dividends. Surprisingly. Considering this is also the first time in the game I've actually driven a Vauxhall, and it will probably also be the only time that I drive a Vauxhall in this event, because, well, in this game, I should probably say, because this is the only event available at Vauxhall, so obviously I'm also not far from reaching a maximum of 100 cars either. I think I'm like 3 away now from reaching the maximum number of cars I can have in my garage. And obviously I will need to sell some of those. And so coming across the line now, and I will easily win race 1. Even though these AI have managed to keep up with me rather well. The gap itself only just over a second, compared of course to the rest of the field, and the farthest back anyone was in that race in terms of delta time, 2.9 seconds. So pretty close with the top 5, just not with the top 6 though, but yeah, there we are. So race 1 is down, and now we just need to get on with race number 2. And do the usual. Because obviously I need to convert this hatchback into a race car, and that's essentially what I am going to do. So heading back to the tuning section once again, and is this car a turbo? And no, it is not. So just because I want to be cautious, I'll put on a little bit of engine tuning just to give myself a little bit more of a push from the motor, and obviously weight reduction as usual. So I can install the racing mod, and here it is. Even though unfortunately it only comes in one livery, so yeah. And well, honestly, I don't think I'm going to change these rims because, well, I actually like these rims, so I'm not going to bother changing these rims because I actually like those. Those are some nice rims, let me tell you. I do like those. So I'm going to leave them the way they are, as we now head to our Racing Modified event of the Tigra Cup. And this time we are going to Trial Mountain. How very interesting. But anyways, this is now our second and only other race of the Tigra Cup. and where pretty much all of us have the same racing mod. Literally all of us have the same racing mod for this event. Just literally all of us are driving exactly the same car, just no differences in any way, shape or form. As I'm now trying to see if I can take the lead, and indeed I do. I now take the lead for the first time here at Trial Mountain, as I'm being forced out wide, even though technically I was running wide anyway, so I don't think there was any damage done there, but currently running in the second position at the moment here at Trial Mountain. Of course, I do have the advantage of giving myself an upgraded engine, which is essentially what I gave myself just in case, and oddly enough of course, it is actually paying some reasonable dividends beyond what I thought was going to happen in this event. And just as I figured, of course, I had a feeling these AI may be turning up the wick on those engines, because I'm fairly certain they would definitely be pushing more than about 100 horsepower out of those things. And essentially overall that is precisely what I did as well. I mean, we're all driving with the same racing mod, the same colour and the same car. It just literally feels so stupid. We're literally all of us are just driving the same car, and it actually feels stupid. It really does. But anyways, heading through the first tunnel now, here at Trial Mountain, and through the corner I go. I've more or less got a threshold on where these AI are currently running. I would say I am more or less doing what I should have done, and that's essentially what I feel like I can do, and well, I can live with this. I can also fight for it as well, which is important. But anyways, so heading through the hairpin now for the second and final time here at Trial Mountain, as we have 2 hairpins to go, followed by 1 chicane. And then I've got this one. They're trying to go for a late charge, but I don't think it's going to work, as I think I'm going to be once again on my way to victory lane, as indeed I am. So there we go. I win the Tigra Cup on my first attempt, after putting on some engine tuning. And Gabbo is pretty close as well, because first to 6th, only 1.4 seconds. So that's actually pretty good in terms of it being an overall competition. And since I can, of course, now start saving the replays once again, that is officially what I am going to do. Yeah, so don't expect me to have 2 million credits for much longer, because obviously the amount of money I have now, that is almost certainly going to drop, and sooner or later I will need to do some grinding. As I am, of course, now saving a replay. which is precisely what I should do, and now we can move on, because the Tigra Cup is now complete for what is officially our first and only one make race at Vauxhall. So yeah, there we go. The Tigra Cup is now complete. And as a result of that, we are now already up to 58.9% in just a matter of 4 races. That's all it is. Also, furthermore, I now have 97 cars in my garage. So I'll be able to afford a few more, and then as soon as I've reached 100, which is my maximum, I'll have to start selling some. But yeah, anyways. So, that was the Tigra Cup. And so next up will officially be the TT Challenge, I believe. And so with that, stay tuned for more GT2.